Okay, so I think I'm audible to everyone. Please do confirm in the chat if I'm audible to everyone. Yeah, hello guys, hello everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome back to this community session of machine learning and operations. Great. So yeah, good afternoon to all. So this is day 2, and yeah, already I covered. I took one session. Yesterday actually I started this MLOps series. So if you are new to this channel, if you are new in this particular series, so don't worry. First, I will give you the complete walkthrough of this MLOps community session, and then we'll start with today's agenda. So today basically we are going to do a setup for end-to-end project, and I have planned a couple of new things for all of you where we are going to create a few packages and all. So first I will start from the package building. First I will do the setup, and then I will go for the package creation and all, and then finally I will move to the project building, right? So your fundamental will be very much strong in this way. Now already I took one session there. I have discussed about the basics of the MLOps, definition, architecture, each and everything I talked over there. I started from the agile. What is the agile? Then I came to the DevOps, and then I explained about the MLOps. Don't worry, I will give you the quick recap also regarding like those concepts, that what is a MLOps, what is a DevOps, and then we'll start with the session. So the session it's going to be from 3 to 5 p.m. IST. Okay, and yeah, I hope you are learning well. Already I have already I have completed one series on iNeuron YouTube channel. If you will go and check, so there only you will find out inside the live section. Don't worry, I will show you that. So generative, on top of the generative AI, all the generative AI related concept I have already covered. So yeah, let's start guys. Please give me a quick confirmation in the chat if everything is fine then. Yes or no? Okay, great. So fine. So now let's start. So guys, first of all, let me give you the quick walkthrough of the iNeuron YouTube channel, and there actually all the recorded session, right? All the videos, basically all the lectures which we are taking, it is already available in the form of recording. Now let me give you the walkthrough of the iNeuron YouTube channel. So for that, you just need to open your YouTube, and here itself you will find out the here itself basically it's a iNeuron intelligence, right? So this one, this is the iNeuron YouTube channel. Now just go and check, just check the description of this particular video, right? In whatever video, like you are seeing or you are watching this video on YouTube, right? So just check with the description. In the description actually we have mentioned so many things. But before that, let me show you the live section of this iNeuron YouTube channel. So in the live section actually you will find out all the recording, right? Whatever live session I took so far, I was talking about the generative AI. So here you will find out all the generative AI related session. I took around a 12 session, 10 session actually, and 3 session taken by the Buppy. So here you can see the 3 session taken by the Buppy, and we have one more session. So this was the webinar from the Chris sir, okay, Chris Naik sir. And yesterday itself I started with the MLOps. So I already took one session in this MLOps. There I discuss about the foundation of that, right? Now guys, apart from this YouTube, so all this video, all the recorded video and all, you will find out over the iNeuron dashboard as well. So let me come to the iNeuron dashboard now. So once you will open the video, so just check with the description of that. So inside the description actually you will find out multiple links. So just click on the very first link. The link is related to the course detail. Okay. So here just click on that. Just click on this course detail, and here you will find out this MLOps foundation. So here is a course guys, which you can see on my screen as well. The course name is what? So the course name is MLOps foundation. This one. Now here let me show you the curriculum, that what all curriculum I am going to be cover. throughout this comedy session, throughout this lecture. Now once you will scroll down, there you will find out 3 modules, right? So already I have defined the curriculum related to this comedy session. So here in the first module, I am going to talk about the, I already talked about actually the basics or the definition or the introduction part of the MLOps. Okay, in the next module, here you can see this is the module 2, ML Foundation. Inside that, I am going to talk about the basics or the foundation of the MLOps. So where I will give you the like cheat sheet related to the Linux command. So after completing this package part, project setup part, I will be coming to this particular topic where I will give you the cheat sheet regarding the Linux command, and I will tell you the importance of the Linux, that what is the importance of the Linux, okay, in a production environment. So whenever like you are going to work in a real time, so you will have to switch from Windows to Linux, right? Or what all variants we have inside the Linux. So I will give you the quick recap of the Linux, and we'll talk about the different package manager also, that what all package manager we have inside the Linux and which one you should use. So each and everything we're going to talk about related to the Linux also. Then we'll come to the Git. So Git is very important if you want to manage the code, right? If you want to manage the code, so Git is a very useful tool for that. And yes, so we'll talk about the Git as well. We have many commands inside the Git. We have a many concepts. So yeah, some fundamental concept and few real-time concept, right? So each and everything we're going to talk about related to the Git also. Now after that, this YAML JSON will come into the picture. I will talk about that what is a YAML file, how you need to write it on the YAML file for any sort of a configuration, what is a JSON, what is the difference between YAML and JSON. So this fundamental is very much required if you want to do any sort of a development, right? Because frequently you are going to use this particular file for writing your configuration, for writing many things, and even I will show you that how to write this YAML file and this JSON schema. Then after I will talking about this Docker. So yeah, Docker is actually the very important part if you want to migrate our code. So yes, easily we can migrate by with the help of this Docker. Actually we can easily run the code. Okay, first we can convert into an image, and that a particular image we can run inside the container. So yeah, Docker is one of the important part which we're going to learn, right? So each and everything actually I will show you within 2 to 3 session, and then we'll come to the project. So the project part is going to be a very easy for you. So you will be able to understand each and everything from fundamental to the advanced, right? I can directly start with a project. I can directly write down the code as well, but yeah, it's not going to be a use if we have a time. So let's utilize this 2 week, okay, in a specific way, in a sequence, in a like a sequential, in a sequence manner, right? So each and everything will learn from the starting itself, and will finish to the and will finish at our project itself. Okay, I hope this is clear to all of you. Now in the third module you will find out this project. So in the project, yes, again there are many things related to the project, so different components and all, right? So each and everything we are going to do here itself in a live session. So I hope guys till here everything is fine, everything is clear. So I hope this course curriculum is clear to all of you. Please do let me know in the chat. Yes. Yes guys, yes or no? Great. If you have already registered, then it is great. If you didn't register, then please go and check with the dashboard. Please try to register yourself for this free community session. Now guys, apart from that, so once you will visit the iNeuron website, now there you will find out so many things related to the course. Recently we have launched one data science like project course also. Let me show you that, okay, and then I will come to the then I will start with my session. Now guys, here you will find out the course. The course is what? The course is related to the data science projects, right? So here you will find out the information related to the course. So the course duration is going to be around 4 to 5 weeks. Now here you will find out the course starting date is going to be start from 27th of Jan, right? So this is the starting date of the course. Now here the timing is going to be around 8 to 10 p.m. IST, and it will be in Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So The classes is not going to be on weekend, it's going to be weekdays itself, and the timing will be 8 to 11 on Monday onwards, Monday and Wednesday and Friday, right? So this is the information related to the course. Okay, now here if you will check with the curriculum, so we have included a couple of projects, okay, so which we are going to complete within a month itself. So we have kept a project in such a way, there we are going to discuss, or there we are going to talk about like machine learning related concept, and the deep learning related concept also. So here you will find out 5 projects. Okay, so first project actually it is completely based on a machine learning, then the second project it is based on a vision. Now here the third project also it is based on a vision. Now fourth and fifth one it is based on a NLP, right? So deep learning related project and the machine learning related project, and that too we are going to complete within a month. Okay, now why we have launched on this particular batch? Because see, we all are learning, but the actual thing is a project, right? So if you are going in an interview, so the at the end basically the project matters, because in an interview you have to you have to explain about your work, you have to explain about the project. So this project is going to help you. Okay, so if you are going to complete this particular project, so directly you can mention it inside your resume if you have learned the machine learning or the deep learning. Okay, so you can mention this particular project inside your resume, or while after learning this particular project, so you will get that much of confidence. So like you will get a confidence like for solving any such use cases. Okay, because in this particular project we are going to be include each and everything. Are you getting my point? So here you can check with this particular course, you can check with this particular project details and all, right? Each and everything we have mentioned. Okay, and if you have any doubt, anything, you can directly let me know. You can ask to me on my LinkedIn, you can directly DM to me, or you can contact with the iNeuron sales team also. So here you can fill your details. If you want a consultant from the iNeuron sales team, you can fill your details, and immediately you will get a call back. So fine, I think I have given you the like complete walkthrough related to each and everything. Now let's come back to the topic. So guys, in the first class I was talking about in my first session. Okay, just a second. Yeah, so this was the first session, guys. Inside that I have talked about the fundamental on the introduction of the MLOps. If you didn't check, so please go and check with this particular video. Now if you have any question related to the complete walkthrough, related to the course, related to the things, basically whatever I have completed so far, you can ask me. I am giving you 2 minutes of time, and after that I will be starting with the session. What MLOps tools we are going to use in this project? So in this particular project we are going to use every tool which is required on a different stage. So yesterday only I had given you the complete introduction, right? So don't worry, it will be much more clear in our upcoming days. Got it, Tabish? Assignment wise, yeah, one more thing, basically assignment. Good point. Now here just click on this particular link. Okay, here this is the link basically. Just click on this one and enroll yourself. First of all, you will have to enroll and just go and check with the dashboard. So once you will open the dashboard, guys, so here itself you will find out the like this is the dashboard, ML Foundation. You will find out inside your enroll course after enrolling inside the project. So just open this one, open this particular dashboard, and here itself you will find out the recording. This is the recording, and let's say if I'm going to share any sort of a resource, right? So this resource also will be available over here inside this resource section. So actually I haven't shared anything in my previous class. Each and everything I have discussed on my board itself, so you can go and check. But let's say if I'm going to share something or some code file or anything, right? So that will be available inside the resource section, inside this free community course, inside this MLOps Foundation course, right? Now here you will find out the resources, and this is the assignment. This one is the assignment. So once you will click on the assignment, just open the assignment, and here you will find out the assignment related question. So you can complete the assignment and you can submit it over here itself through the dashboard. So after writing an answer, you just need to click on this submit. Here right hand side you can see the submit button, this one. So here you just need to click on the submit button and it will automatically submit, right? And our team will evaluate it and then you will get a feedback immediately. Now apart from that, you will find out a few more things. So just go and check with the top of this dashboard. So here we have mentioned related to the certificate, related to the analytics, and here you will find out the curriculum. Now here actually certificate wise, this one, maybe it is visible or not, I don't know, but just go and check with the dashboard. So here actually the certificate. So after completing this course, you can generate a certificate also, and yeah, you can check your analytics, how much you have completed, basically 40%, 50%, 100%. So it will give you a percentage related idea regarding each and everything, regarding the videos, regarding the quizzes and assignment. And here you will find out the curriculum, right? So once you will click on that, you will find out the curriculum. So this is the complete walkthrough of the dashboard. Now I hope you got it, from where you need to find out the assignment, resources, and the certificate also. So is it clear, guys? Tell me fast. Yes, the project will be a production ready. Correct, you are right, Salendra. No, data structure algorithm is not required for this course. It's not at all required. So whatever I'm going to discuss in my committee session, those things only will be required for the upcoming course. And yeah, here I'm discussing in the live class itself. How much we are going to introduce MLOps here in a committee session. So in the committee session, actually, I am going to discuss from basic to advanced, as I discuss basically from the curriculum itself few minutes back only. So just go and check with the dashboard and read the curriculum. I already specified all the thing over there itself. Whatever thing I have written over here, whatever I have mentioned line by line, everything I am going to discuss here in the live session. Okay, and more than that, you will find out. Okay. Yes, even if no work experience, so how you will get an experience? You will get an experience after completing the project. So please try to focus more and more on a project building, because see, it's a iterative approach. Let's say if you have started with the MLOps, so once you learned it and then like you forget about it. No, it's not going to work at all. So after learning, what you need to do, you need to work on a various project. You need to work on a different project, different types of project, and you need to implement those concepts. So that's going to be a learning, that's going to be an experience. Okay, and that's the same experience you will explain in your interview also. So guys, yeah, because this MLOps is a new thing, right? So the person basically is asking the question, right, from the like interview panel. So even like there might be a chance even he or she don't know about it, right? So whatever she is asking or he is asking. So here what you can do, you can learn in a specific manner at the first place, and then you can do a multiple project, right? Multiple project. Prior works experience is not required. The project experience only will be your the project work only you can represent as a experience. Got it? Okay, great. Paid version of the ML. Just go and check with the curriculum. You will get to know about the community and the paid version of the course. That's why I have introduced the dashboard at the first place. Yes, live coding. Each and everything we are going to cover in a class, in a live class itself, and the live coding only. Fine. So let's start with the session. Let's start with the discussion. Now, guys, in the previous class, I was talking about the MLOps introduction, right? So I discussed each and everything. Now, in the previous class itself, I have introduced this NeuroLab, right? So once you will check with the iNeuron website, so there actually you will find out this NeuroLab, this one, right? So here actually this is what, guys, this is the NeuroLab. Here you will find out the NeuroLab. So just click on this one, just click on the NeuroLab, because each and every implementation we are going to do over here itself inside the NeuroLab, right? And yesterday also I have created one lab. So just click on that, click on the, okay, just a second. Yeah. So here guys, you can see this is a NeuroLab. Just click on this NeuroLab, and here actually it will ask you to start your lab and my lab. So let's say if you are a new person, right? First time you are going to log into this particular dashboard, to this iNeuron website, right? So here actually you can start your lab. Now after starting your lab, actually you will find out a different templates, right? So you will find out a different template once you will click on this start your lab. So this is the different template, guys, this one, right? Now here guys, you can select your template and you can start working on that, right? Now apart from that, you will find out one more section, that is what? That is my lab. Okay, now here you will find out the my lab. So this is this one actually. This was my project which I have created in my previous class. The project name was the first project, right? I've created my template, conda template. I'm going to use the conda throughout this project. So here I've already created. Now I'm going to launch it. So once I will click on this one, so once I will click on this first project, so yes, definitely I will be able to launch it. So may I know how many people are doing inside the NeuroLab? Please do let me know in the chat how many people are doing inside the NeuroLab. And if you are facing any issue, then please do let me know. Immediately I will clarify your doubts here itself. Tell me guys fast. I am waiting for your reply. Now here you can change the color theme as well. So here we have a dark theme. Now it is perfect. So guys, see, I created a 3 file inside my previous class. Actually it is directly connected to my GitHub repository. Yesterday I created one GitHub repository also. So there inside the GitHub repository, I am having a 3 files: git ignore, license and readme. These 3 files which you can see over here. Okay, so yeah, now I will teach you the further concept. Yesterday I completed till here. I created my lab and I was having this particular files. So if you are done till here guys, so please do let me know in the chat. I will proceed further with the further project setup. Okay, people are doing it and people are saying access getting denied. Great. So yeah, I think do we have to connect with our GitHub repo? Yes, you have to connect with your GitHub repo whenever you are going to open the NeuroLab. So you just need to clone. So you can basically what you can do, you can create a GitHub, and that GitHub URL you can pass it over there, right? It will give you the option. Just go and check with the start. Once you will click on the start new lab and you will select the template, the specific template, and there you will find out 2 radio button, yes and no. Okay, for cloning the repository. So if you will click on this, if you will choose this yes na, right? So it will give you the box, input box. There you can put your GitHub URL and then you can log in. Fine. I think till here everything is fine. Everyone is done. Now great. So now guys, what we are going to do, we are going to start with the first, like I will show you the entire setup, the different files and folder, and then finally what I will do, I am going to like create few more files, few new files actually, and yeah, regarding that also I will give you the complete description. So yeah, we have a 3 file. Now guys, let's see if I am going to do any sort of a changes, so it will be reflected over here. Actually it will ask to me that whether you would like to commit the changes on the GitHub. Actually I have created one GitHub repository in my previous class. I have already shown you that. So just open your GitHub and there actually you need to create one repository, and that repository you can clone, right? So here this was my repository basically, which I have created in my previous session. So this is my repository, and yeah, this repository actually it is directly connected to my NeuroLab. This particular repository which you can see over here, first project, this one, and here this repository actually it is directly connected to my GitHub, and I will share with all of you so that whatever changes I am going to do over here, right? So whatever changes actually I am going to make inside my code, whatever code I am going to be write it down, so directly you can copy and paste from here itself, from my GitHub repo. So you will find out this GitHub repo inside your chat, so you can open it and then you can copy and paste the entire code and the entire thing, basically whatever I'm going to push in my repository. Okay, fine. Now I think this is done. I've already created a GitHub repository and this is my project template. Now what I can do, guys, here let's start with the creating of a different files, right? But before that, let me give you the quick recap, right? So what all thing actually we have learned and what all thing actually we are going to do, right? So I will give you the quick recap within 2 minutes and then finally I am going to create a files and folder. Now yesterday actually I was talking about the MLOps, right? So here let me write it down. So yesterday I was talking about the MLOps. Now this MLOps actually like it's a combination of machine learning and operation. So here you will find out a development related to the machine learning, and if we are talking about machine learning, so there are certain stages or certain step is involved. So let me write it down all the steps over here. So the first step is called a data ingestion or data gathering, data collection. So the machine learning always start with the data. Now the second is called analysis of the data. So that is called EDA. The full form of the EDA is called, it's exploratory data analysis, right? So what is the full form of the EDA? Exploratory data analysis. Now here after that actually we perform the feature engineering actually on top of the data. Now we perform the feature engineering and we perform a different transformation actually. Okay, so we have a different technique of the feature engineering, like missing value, imbalance, balanced data handling, right? Outlier detection or data transformation and all different type of transformation, encoding, scaling. So these all steps actually comes inside this feature engineering. That this is also called a data transformation, right? Now after that actually we perform the we create actually model. So here you can see we create a model and after that we evaluate the model. So the fifth point is called evaluation of the model. So evaluation of the model. So this is the fifth point. Now this is the core machine learning step. Now apart from that actually you will find out a few more step actually. So let me write it down over here, those name. After evaluation that what you will do, guys? So after evaluation what you will do, you will deploy that model, right? You will deploy that model. Now you will deploy that model and after the deployment what you will do, you will monitor that model, right? You will monitor the model, you will maintain and monitor the model. Now after that you will perform the retraining based on a based on a fact, like whatever thing you are going to be like collect from here after monitoring, right? So what you will do, guys? So you will retrain your model, retraining of the model. So this step actually, this particular step, retraining, deploy, monitoring, right, is it comes inside the ops part, right? Ops part, operations, right? What is the meaning of the operations? So operations means we are going to deploy, we are going to deploy our project on some cloud server, right? So that's the meaning of the operation. There are delivery, deployment, maintenance, monitoring, right? So these all things comes into the picture and this retraining also is a part of that. So over here I think this MLOps is clear to all of you. This green point actually it comes inside this ML development, in a core ML development where we are going to be create our machine learning related where we are going to be write it down the code related to the machine learning model for the model creation actually. So before model creation we always perform this feature engineering and before that actually we create a data pipeline, right? So this data pipeline actually it is a complete topic itself. So if we are talking about the data pipeline, so here we have to create a pipeline for collecting a data. Yesterday itself I have explained you that. So here we have to collect the data from source to destination, right? So this source might be any repository, any cloud server, or maybe it might be any database, any file or anything, right? So from this source itself I have to collect the data and this destination is going to be my system, right? So my database, my system or my repository, whatever, right? So this pipeline is going to be handled by the data engineers, right? So here this pipeline actually is being handled by the data engineer. Now over here, if we are talking about this complete MLOps, so here actually this machine learning engineers comes into the picture. Machine learning engineer, right? And we are talking about the data related thing. So here we have to analyze the data, we have to find out the best suitable feature engineering step, we have to create a model, we have to monitor the model, or we have to evaluate the model basically, right? We have to decide a best hyperparameter. So there actually data scientists will be working. So we have a different position inside the organization. You will find out different position related to different tasks. It depends on the organization also. So the data scientist is also called a machine learning engineer. Sometimes you will find out there is two separate positions. So first is a machine learning engineer who is working on this entire pipeline, who is taking care mainly this ops part, or mainly the deployment part, right? And the data scientist specifically he's like a finding of the insight from the data, and he is responsible for building a best model, right? So this each and every point I have already clarified in my previous session. If you want to understand this thing in a detailed way, then please go and check with the previous session. Now there is very specific question or very important question as well. If you are a beginner, then definitely it will come in your mind. So what is the difference between this DevOps, right? DevOps and MLOps. So here I have already clarified, but yeah, let me give you the quick recap, because I can see maybe like many people joined this first time, right? So I can explain this difference also. What is the difference between this DevOps and MLOps? So for that, what I can do, I can show you one image, right? And with that particular image, so your understanding will be much more clear. Now here what I can do, just a second, let me show you that particular image. Okay, so now guys, here you will find out, see, this is the image. Just a second, what I can do. It is visible to you or what? So just a second. Yeah, this one. Now here guys, you can see, so here you will find out the DevOps, right? So this is the official logo, okay, official logo of the DevOps. Now just read over here, just try to read what they have written right inside this logo. Already we have understood this particular thing, already we have understood this particular part, but yeah, again let's do a quick revision. Now here guys, you can see, so inside the DevOps, okay, inside the dev actually, so if you are looking into the dev, so inside the dev actually what we are going to do, we are going to build the code, right? So here we are going to write it down the code, we are going to build it, and finally we are going to test it, right? There is a 3-step. Now then we have to release the application, means we have to deploy the application. So for that actually, see, deployment is there, operations is there, okay, or operator is there, operate, and monitor is there. So maintain, operate, anything you can say, right? So and you can see on a different stage you will find out a different tool. So this is what, this is the DevOps, right? So we have a development, one side is called a development side, the another side is called a operation side, and here you can see the official logo of the DevOps, right? And where we are going to fill the gap, right? So actually if we are talking about the development and the operations, right? So where this DevOps engine actually is filling a gap between these two stages, right? Development stage and the operation stage, which is also called a production. Now here guys, this is all about the DevOps. Now let me show you the machine learning also. So you will find out the extended version of this particular logo, right? So let me show you the MLOps logo, DevOps versus MLOps logo. Now here, just a second. So let me show you the image, and here basically, see guys, so just look into this particular logo. See, before actually we have seen the DevOps, right? Now here this is the logo of the MLOps. Now here one more thing is included. So let's try to understand the flow, right? By with the help of this particular logo, let's try to understand the MLOps or whatever thing basically I was trying to explain you. Now inside this logo, you will find out that, so first see, we have a development environment, we have an operation also, And apart from this development and operation, you will find out one more segment, that is what? That is a ML. Because see, this ML development is not like a traditional software development. Okay, so here if you are talking about the traditional software development, let's say if you are going to create any sort of application, so there what you are going to do, so let's say you are going to design the iNeuron website. Okay, so where what you will do, first you will create a login page. So for that like there will be a front end, like you are going to write down the front end code, then you are going to write down the backend script or whatever components you are going to be attached, so it is working fine or not, and it's going to work based on that backend script, and then it will be directly connected with the database. So whatever information is coming directly, it's going to be stored inside the database. We are going to maintain one database. So this is what there is a traditional development. Now if we are talking about the machine learning development, so it's not like a traditional development, it's a little different from the traditional development. How? So inside the machine learning or inside the deep learning, actually, see, if we are talking about the supervised learning, so inside that what we are going to do, so we are going to make we are going to find out a pattern between this x and y, right? So we are going to write down the code, actually we are going to write down the code, and automatically first we are going to write down the code for what? For the training, right? Let's say there is a supervised learning, so here you are going to find out the pattern. Okay, so based on that, what you need to do, actually you are going to train one mathematical equation, that is only called a model. So let's say this is your model, this one, x and y. So based on x, basically what you need to do, you need to predict the y value, right? So let's say this is your train model, and here what you need to do after that, you need to do a prediction. So whatever point is coming, let's say this point is coming. Now let me show you the new with the new color. Let's say this point is coming, right? So here you need to predict the value. You need to predict the value of the y, okay, based on this x. This is what? This is the x, and here you need to predict the y, right? And this is happening, okay, this is happening. How it is happening? So we are writing down the code, and this algorithm automatically is getting optimized, right? And yeah, so it is a little different compared to the traditional development. So where we have to be train our model, where we have to be write down the code for training the model, for the feature engineering, right? And here that's why they have like created one more segment apart from this development and this operation. Now inside this development, actually you will find out, so we have to be plan the project, right? Then we have to create it. Now what we are going to create, so just see over here. So for the creating, actually you will be required a data, because machine learning or deep learning or machine learning project, deep learning project always begins with the data. So here actually we have a data, and from the data itself you need to create a model. So here guys you can see, so after the first we have to plan this one, just follow this one, right? First we have to plan, right, this one, then we have to create, then we have if we want to create, then we require a data, then actually like from the data we are going to create a model, then we are going to verify it, means we are going to test it, and finally we are going to package it, and we are going to release it, right? So this is a difference between DevOps and MLOps. So whenever you are going to confuse, so just go and check with this particular logo and the confusion and your confusion will be solved. So I hope till here everything is fine, everything is clear. So please do let me know in the chat if you are getting till here, then we'll proceed with the further implementation. Tell me guys fast, if it is clear, then please write down the chat. Yes, you can you can use the MLOps concept while you are creating a project, like generative AI related project. So whatever project I have shown you an end-to-end project, MCQ generator. I will guide you regarding that particular project and how you can use the MLOps tools, MLOps concept over there, the CI/CD concept, right, and various MLOps tools, how you can use, right. So after completing this MLOps, right, so after completing one project, I will come to the generative AI project and I will show you that. Great. So I hope it is clear to all of you. Now let's start with the project. So let's create a project, different folder and files inside the project workspace. So here guys, you can see we have a project workspace. As of now, I just have I just have 3 files. So over here what I'm going to do, guys, so each and every, see, here I'm not going to write it down, or here I'm not going to do any manual click and all. So everything I will try to keep it like automate. So for each and everything I'm going to write it down the script from the file creation to the even for the deployment, right, for the development to deployment. Now over here what I'm going to do, so here the first file which I'm going to be create, the file I'm going to be create, which is going to be a template.py, and inside that only I'm going to keep all the like files and all, right, whatever files and folder which I want to create inside this workspace, inside this workspace I'm going to be keep inside the template.py. So let me write it down over here, template.py, and you can follow me. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to share this GitHub repo with all of you so that you can practice along with me, right? So just a second. Now you will find out this, just a second. Yeah, so you'll find out this GitHub repo inside your chat, so just go and check with your chat. Now guys, here what we can do, so first we are going to create a template.py, and inside that I'm going to write it down all the names and all whatever is required for creating a file, right, basically for creating a file and folder. So the first package which I'm going to be import over here inside this template.py is going to be a OS, right, OS. The second one which we are going to be import over here, we are going to be import this pathlib, right, pathlib. So here we have a pathlib, and from there I am going to be import path, right. So this two like import statement I have written inside my template.py. First is OS, like with this particular package. By using this particular package we can interact with the operating system, and here the second one is what? Second one is a pathlib. So by using this path actually we can create a system compatible path. So let me show you what I'm trying to say over here. So let's say if I'm going to open my terminal. Okay, so let's say there is my terminal, here is my terminal, guys, right. So this is my terminal. Now if you will look into the Linux terminal, so you will find out the forward slash over here, you will find out the forward slash. Once if you will look into the Windows terminal, so there you will find out the backward slash, right. So let me show you that in my CMD, this is my Windows terminal. So just look into this particular terminal. So this is a Windows terminal, and here we have a backward slash, right. Now let me show you the Linux terminal. I think it is there in my system as well. So let's say if I'm going to open the Kali terminal. Now here, guys, you will find out in the Kali terminal, see this one. So there we have a backward path, this one, backward slash actually. So if I want to make it compatible with the system, so no need to write it down manually, you can import this path. Actually it will automatically take care, right. So this path, actually this pathlib is automatically take care with this particular situation. If you are giving a wrong slash, or if you are giving a wrong path, right, in terms of the slash, it will take care of it. Okay, now what I can do, I can show you that also if you don't believe me. Then now here what I can do, I can write down this path, and inside that let me mention something. So this is a what, guys, this is a Linux environment, right. And here what I'm going to do, I'm going to pass the backslash. Okay, so what I'm going to do, here I'm going to write it down. Let's say A is my folder, and here you will find out the B is again my folder, and here let's say c.txt, right. So c.txt is what? C.txt is a file. Now what I'm going to do, guys, here I'm going to print it, right. Here what I'm going to do, here I'm going to print it. Now for running this particular file, what I need to do, I just need to write it down here, Python. Python is a name of the interpreter. Now Python template.py. So here Python template.py. So once I will run it, guys, so here you will find out the path. Now see, guys, okay, so actually I have to keep it like this, just a second, backward slash, right, backward slash, because backward slash is for the Windows, but as of now I am running my code inside my Linux environment. So here actually you will get automatically, you will get this forward slash. Now let me show you that. So over here what I can do now, Python template.py. Okay, just a second, let me clear it first of all. why it is giving me like this, abc.txt python template.py / txt. Just a second guys, just a second. Path, okay, path. Now if I'm not going to print it, let's see what I will be getting. Oh, nothing. Now let me do it over here, let me print it. What I can do, I can keep it the double slash. Let's see what will happen. Okay, now it is giving me that, but it is giving me with the forward, the backward slash only. Why it is so? Oh, it's the best terminal. It should give me with the forward slash. Why it is giving me with the backward slash? Is it fine? Okay, don't worry, we'll look into that. First of all, let me maybe it might be because of the environment and all, whatever like we have over here inside this like NeuroLab. Don't worry, first of all let me create the files and folder, other files and folder. I will come to that, right? So here guys, what I'm going to do, so here I'm going to use this to import statement. Now what I need to do, I need to create a various file and folder inside my workspace, right? So for that, what I'm going to do here I'm going to create a list of files. So list of files, right? List of files. Now over here inside this list, actually we are going to pass all the names and all. So here what I'm going to do guys, see, the first folder which I'm going to be create, the name is going to be a .github actually. So inside the .github, I am going to write it down my all the workflows, right? So I will tell you what is this workflows, why we use this workflow actually, why it is required. So each and everything we'll talking about regarding this workflow. So here inside this list of files, the first file which you need to create, that's going to be a GitHub, right? .github, and inside this GitHub actually you need to keep the workflows, right? So here let me write it down, the workflows. Okay, and now guys what I will do, so after that I will create a one more file, and here what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one more file. So this file basically I'm going to be create inside the src folder, right? Left hand side, what I'm going to do here inside my workspace, there will be a src folder which will be representing this inside my workspace. Okay, so this src folder will be representing the source code, the entire source code which we are going to be write it down inside the project, right? Each and everything I will keep inside the src folder, and apart from that, whatever other infrastructure is there, I will keep outside the folder, right? Outside the source folder, outside the src folder. And src folder is nothing, it is just representing a source code. Okay, now over here what I can do, I can write down this src, and here let's say inside this src we will be having a multiple file. So the first file basically is going to be a init file, right? I will tell you what is the importance of this init file, while why I'm going to be created. Now here what I need to do guys, I need to keep this thing as a f string, right? Now this is perfect. Okay, just a second, f string is not required, directly is fine, right? Now the second one, basically after this init, so I'm going to be create one more folder, right, inside this src itself. So the folder is going to be src slash, and inside that we'll be having a components, right? So what is the meaning of component? So component actually, see, whenever we are talking about a machine learning project, right? So this all the stages which I was talking about now, so data ingestion or EDA, right? After that feature engineering, and then model building, model evaluation. So this all the stages actually, see the separate stages, right? It's called a component of the pipeline, component of the training pipeline. So actually we have a two pipeline in the machine learning project. So first is called a training pipeline where we have to train our model, and the second pipeline is called a prediction pipeline or inferencing pipeline. Okay, so inside the pipeline, actually this pipeline, it's a collection of a multiple components, right? So here inside the component, I'm going to be write a different name, or I'm going to be create a different file basically. Here it's you will find out. Okay, so in the left side in the workspace itself. So first let me write down over here. So the first file is going to be a init file, init.py. Now here what I'm going to do, I'm going to be create a new one. So inside the src itself, here is going to be my data ingestion. So let me write it down over here, data underscore ingestion, right, .py. So first we have to ingest the data, all the code, entire code. I'm going to write it down here inside the data ingestion, right, inside this particular file. Now after that, after the data ingestion, basically let me copy and paste, and the second is going to be a data transformation, right, data transformation.py. The third file which I am going to be create over here inside this rc folder itself, that's going to be a, just a second, let me write it down all the name. So the third file is going to be a model training, right, model trainer.py. Now after that, one more file is going to be a one more file you will find out there itself inside the component, and the file name is going to be a model evaluation. Okay, so we have a 4 file inside this component itself. And what is this component? This component is nothing, it's a pipe, it's a part of the pipeline, right? So we have a 2 pipeline inside the machine learning. One is called actually training pipeline, and the second is called a prediction pipeline. So it's a part of that particular pipeline. Great. I hope this is clear to all of you. Now apart from that, I'm going to be create one more folder inside the src itself. So here actually it's going to be src, and inside the src we'll be having a pipeline. So pipeline. Now here we'll be having a pipeline, and inside the pipeline actually the first file which I need to create actually, it's going to be a init.py, right, init.py. Now here guys, the next file which I have to create inside the pipeline itself, it's going to be a training.py. I believe you are going to write it, you are writing along with me. If you are facing any such issue, you can write down the comment. After writing the code, I will look into the comment. Okay. Now here the next file is going to be a, tell me guys, init.py is there. Inside the pipeline itself, you will find out the training, right, training pipeline. So next file is going to be a training pipeline.py. Okay. Now after that, you will find out there is one more. So let me write it down over here, src, and here is pipeline. Okay, so it's going to be pipeline. The next is going to be a prediction pipeline. Okay, prediction underscore pipeline. So prediction pipeline.py. Now why I am doing like this, I will tell you, I will explain you that why I am writing down here inside the template.py, because see, let's say you are going to create a multiple projects, right? So again and again, no need to do a same thing manually. Each and everything I want to keep automate only. So that's why I am taking this particular approach, where you will just do a single click, or where you will just run a single file and everything will be there inside your folder, right? So it's the same step you will find out regarding each and every project. So that's why I'm keeping it inside one single file, right? Now here we have a prediction pipeline.py. The next one which I'm going to be create over here, which going to be a utils, right? So utils actually it's for the utility. So let me create over here, let me write down the src. Src utils is going to be a folder, and inside that you will find out the utils.py, right? So far we have created 3 folders. One is component, second is pipeline, and the third one is utils. Now what I'm going to do guys, here I'm going to be create few more folders, and that's going to be a new for all of you, right? Because here I'm going to be integrate the testing part as well. So how you can test your different test case, right? How you can test your different test case, which I'm going to be mentioned inside, actually this I'm going to be mentioned inside my code itself, and I will do the coding regarding the different test cases and all inside the live class only. So here I'm going to be create one more folder. So the folder name is going to be a test, right? Test. Now inside the test actually we have a unit, right? So there are 2 type of testing. First is called unit testing, and the second is called integration testing. So both we are going to do over here regarding a different like test cases. So unit testing, actually it is for the individual component, it's for the unit, it's for the single unit. And if we are talking about the integration testing, so it is for all the units, means if we are going to combine all the units, all the components, so that is called a integration testing, right? So if we are going to test the entire units or entire component in a single shot. Got it? Now here inside the testing, actually we have two folder. So first is a unit, and inside the unit basically you will find out one file. Let me write it down over here. The first file is going to be a init, and the second is going to be a, okay, so inside this test, let me write it down, the next one, integration. So INTEGRATION, integration slash init, okay, init.py. Okay, so I hope this thing is clear to all of you, unit and integration. Now inside that I will be writing down the code, just wait for some time. Let me, okay, so what you are getting, guys, just a second. Yes, so inside here actually I'm going to write down the code inside the file itself. So just wait for some time. Let me first of all let me create the file and folder, then when I will proceed with the code, whenever I am going to write down the code regarding the other component, along with that only I will be writing a test cases in my testing one. Now the next is going to be a so here what I am going to do, I am going to be create few more file, right? So the first file which I am going to be create over here, this is going to be a init_setup.py file. Okay, so not a py, actually it's a shell script, so sh. Now apart from that you will find out a few more files. So the next file is going to be a requirement file. So requirements requirement.txt. Now here I am going to create one more requirement file. So this for the development environment only. So if we are going to like deploy this particular code, if we are going to productionize this code, right? So for all for basically for the production, all those requirement will be available inside the requirement.txt. Now here I am going to create a one more file. This is going to be a requirement_dev.txt. This is just for the development environment. So whenever I have to install the requirement related to the development, so I am going to run this particular file, and yes, inside the production this requirement.txt will be working, will be there itself, right? So I am going to create one more requirement.txt file. So here let me write it down, requirement_dev.txt. If this development related concept, development, production, testing, right, if it is not clear to you, then please go and check with my previous session. There I have already discussed about this development, testing and all. So that all those things now I'm going to be like include inside the project itself. Okay, so here you can see we have a requirement_development.txt. Now we have one more file that's going to be a setup.py. Now we'll be having one more file, setup.config. Okay, setup.config. I will tell you what is the meaning of this setup.config and why I'm going to be include all these particular files. Now after that we have one more file. So here I am going to be writing down this py project, right? Py project toml. So here we have one more file. Now we have one more file, right? So here what I'm going to do, I'm going to be writing down this talks ini, right? Talks ini. Now here you will find out like one more file and folder. So this is just for my experiment, so I can write it down over here, experiment slash experiments dot ipynv, right? So inside that I am going to do my I am going to perform all the experiments inside my ipynv file. Got it? So these are the files which is required basically for our project development, and I am going to be include each and everything over here itself inside the like here you will find out inside the project. So according to that only I have created my skeleton. So I hope it is clear. Now what I need to do, guys, here I have to write down the code, right? Here actually I have to write down the code for creating a folder, right? For creating a file and folder. So this is the list of file. Now let me copy and paste the code and then I will give it to you so that you can run inside your system. So first of all what I can do, I can explain you this particular code, right? So first of all let me remove it, and I'm not going to log the information. I will be coming to that. What I can do here itself, I can include that also. So logger.py and exception.py. So inside my src folder itself, so here what I can do, so we have src. Inside the src I'm going to be create one more folder. So the folder is going to be a logger, and inside that we have a logging. Okay, so logging.py. Now we have one more file over here for the exception. So let me write it on the for the like exception, src slash exception. Inside the exception folder will be having this exception. Okay, so I hope guys this is clear to all of you. Now what I can do, I can keep the init also. You can keep the init also inside this logger and exception, but don't worry, you are keeping the init inside the root folder, so it is fine. Okay, it won't give you any sort of error whenever you are going to import it. So tell me guys, this thing is clear to all of you? This the name which I have written over here, tell me fast. Can you see this one? If you have any doubt related to this one, so please do let me know. Yes, Rohit, once I will create the folder, okay, once I will run this particular template, all the file and folders will be created, and then you will get to know that why I have created it. Got it guys? Yes or no? Tell me. The name is clear to all of you. Now what I can do here, okay, so utils, inside the utils also I can keep the files. So people are writing down in the chat, so yes, let me do it all over here. Inside the utils, what I can do, I can keep this underscore init underscore, right? So here you can see now we have all the files and folder. Now one more thing, what I can do over here, actually I can keep this dot git keep file. So dot git keep, I think now it is perfect, because if I am going to push this particular folder na to the, if we are going to push this particular folder to the GitHub without any file, okay, empty folder, it won't be reflecting to my GitHub. That's why I have to keep any file inside my GitHub inside my folder, and then only I can push it. If we are going to push the empty folder on the GitHub na, it won't be visible over there. Got it? Fine. Now I hope everything is working, everything is fine till here. Now let's try to understand this particular code, that what is the meaning of this code. Okay, so what I can do over here here actually, see, first of all I am going to collect the list from the list of files. I am iterating a for loop, right? So on top of this list, this is what, this is the list, right? So here let's say this first value is coming. Now inside the first value, what we have, tell me, inside the first value actually we have this dot GitHub, right? Dot GitHub dot, here actually what we have, tell me, inside this dot GitHub we have a workflow, right? Workflow, and inside the workflow you will find out this dot git keep, right? This dot git keep. So here you can keep any file. See, here the file is not decided, so that's why. See, if you want to push the file to the GitHub, right, and if it is not decided yet the which file you are going to keep inside the folder, in that case you can keep this dot git keep file. It's a convention from the GitHub side. So yeah, so you can keep this particular file dot git keep inside your folder, right, until the file name is not decided, the final file name is not decided. So actually inside the workflow I'm going to be write down the configuration regarding my deployment. So actually I'm going to write it down the configuration in a YAML file. So here inside this GitHub, inside the GitHub, this is my folder, okay, this is my folder, and inside that I'm going to be create a main.yaml file. So that I will let you know later on, but as of now I just kept the dot git keep. Now here what I'm getting my file path. This is my entire file path. Now here what I'm going to do, I'm going to split it. So what is the meaning of the split? So a split actually, see, let's say if I'm going to write it down like this, a b c dot txt. So here this is what, this is a file, and this is what, this is a folder. So this thing actually, this os dot path dot split, it will split the path, right? So here actually I will get the directory, right, and here I will get the file name. So this is what, this is the directory, and this is what, this is the file name, right? So once I will get the file name and the directory, right? So what I will do, if file directory is not empty, right? So file directory is not empty, so what I have to do guys over here, so here I am asking that, so file directory, we have a file directory, and if it is not empty, right? So in that case, what I have to do, I have to create this file directory, right? And then after that, what I will do, so I'm going to create the file directory. That's it. Over here, this for the file directory, right? Now here, what I'm asking in the second if condition, just focus over here. I'm asking if not os.path exists, right? So whatever file path is there, or let's say if the get size is 0, over here the size is what? The size is 0. In that case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to be open the file, whatever file basically I have kept, okay, inside my path, okay, I'm going to be keep it, and basically, yeah, so by using this particular command, I will be able to create my file, right? So here, what I can do, let me explain you this particular code snippet. What I can do, guys, just a second. Here, let me open the terminal, and whatever thing I told you, let me explain you all those things over the terminal. So then actually the idea will be more clear to all of you. And then finally, I will run this particular script, and you will find out all the files and all inside your workspace, right? So as of now, I'm not going to log any sort of information over here. Okay, this is fine. Now what I'm going to do, guys, here, let me open the terminal. So this is what, where is the terminal? Yeah, here is a terminal. Now what I will do, guys, see, first let me talk about this os.path.split, right? So here, what I'm going to do, let's say we have a file path. Let me open the Python terminal over here, and let me explain you each and everything over here, right? So let's say we have a file path. Now inside the file path, actually we have this A. A is what? A is my folder name. Let's say we have a B. B is again my folder name, and C. C.txt, right? C.txt is what? Is a text file, right? And the name is what? The name is C.txt, right? This one. Now here, what I'm going to do, so here, this is what? This is my file path. Now I'm going to be import OS. Okay, so here what I'm going to do, I'm going to import the OS, this one. Now what I will do here, I'm going to write it down, os dot path. Let me check with the function name. What is the name of the function? Os dot path dot split, right? Split, and here I'm passing my file path, right? Now guys, see what I'm getting here. So this one, actually this one is a directory, right? So this is what? This is a directory, and this is what? Tell me, this is my file name, right? This is my file name. Okay, and this is what? This is my directory. So I'm going to be split both. What I'm going to do, guys, tell me, I'm going to split both. I'm going to split the path. Why I'm doing it? Because I want to create a directory. Until and unless I won't get a directory name, how I can, tell me, until and unless I won't get a directory name, how I can create it? So from here actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to extract the name of the directory, right? So let me extract the name of the directory. I extracted already. Now I'm going to run the further code. So I'm saying that if file directory is not empty, yes, so over here it is not empty. In that case, what I have to do, I have to create it. As simple as that, right? I'm saying if this is not empty, means we have something over here. हमारे पास कुछ है यहाँ पे, right? We have some name over here. In that case, what I need to do, I need to create it. That's it. So once the directory will be there, right? Once the directory will be there, I can simply give this particular path and I can create my file. That's it. Okay, you can run this code and you can check. So now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to run this python.template file, and let's see what I will be getting over here. So let me check again, everything is fine or not. Yes, perfect. Now let's see it is working or not. So here I am going to write it down, python template.py, and see it's saying that .git keep .github, okay, workflows .git keep, syntax error, .github. Just a second, guys. I think it is not taking this two dots. Okay, I think I made a mistake over here. Let me keep it like this. Yeah, now it is perfect. And see, python template.py. Now again it is saying there is a mistake. See, we are going to write down the code now in the live class itself, so always it gives the issues. So that's why I will prefer copy and pasting on top of this writing. Yeah, now it is perfect. Now see, guys, here, so here actually we have all the files and folder. Now this is the one time job, right? So don't create a file and folder by clicking on this files or file icon, folder icon. Directly you can do by using the Python itself, right? So here in my last project also I shown you the same thing, but now I'm going to show you this particular thing on a major scale, on a massive scale, right? So tell me guys, how is the learning so far? Are you able to understand till here? Let me give you this entire code so that you can run inside your system. Folder structure, okay, just a second. What I can do here itself, I can check. Git add and git commit -m folder structure updated. Now I need to configure my username. So yeah, is it fine? It is fine, I can do that. Okay, so my username is what? User.email, and here I need to write it down my email. ENG. I'm giving you the code, just a second. 3365@gmail.com. I think it is correct. Now let me configure the username also. So here is my username. Sunny Savita 10, and here user dot name. Okay, great. Now I can commit it, I think. Yeah, it is perfect. Now git push -f origin main. Now let me allow to this one. Okay, let me copy this code, open it, paste it over here, continue, authorize, use passkey. Okay, perfect. And yes, I hope it is now. Okay, great guys. So here you can see I pushed my entire code onto the GitHub. So did you get it? Tell me. Did you get the entire structure, the entire code? And if you got it, then please do let me know. Don't worry, again I will revise it, but first check with the GitHub. Just go and check and try to download it. You can check with the chat. All-in-one movies I have already kept inside the link, basically inside the chat. If you're not getting, then what you can do, simply you can search over the Google. Just search about my name. So Sunny, just search with my name actually, Sunny Savita GitHub. So once you will search this Sunny Savita GitHub, you will get the first name only, very first name, Sunny Savita 10. This is my username. Let's click on that, and after that you will find out the repository. If you didn't follow me so far, you can follow me on my GitHub. Okay, and here is a repository, and inside the repository the very first project. So first project, now click on that, and here guys you can see the entire folder structure. Tell me guys fast, did you get it? Are you able to create a same folder structure? You can check with the template.py file. There you will find out the entire code inside the template.py. Done. Okay, great. So I hope till here everything is fine, everything is clear. Now let me give you the quick recap of it, because I can understand few people are not able to get it, not able to understand. So don't worry, I can explain you one more time. Okay. So please give me a quick confirmation in the chat. No, my program is not working. What issue you are facing? So tell me what issue you are facing while you are running your program, while you are running your file. You can type in the chat. I will help you if I can do that then. Okay, done, fine, great. Now here guys, you can see, so let's do revise. Okay, let's revise each and everything over here, whatever I have done. Now at the first place guys, what I did, I have created this a particular file, right? So the file name was the template.py. So this template.py is nothing actually. Here I am going to write it down my all the file folder name, right? What I'm going to do, I'm going to write it down my all the file and folder name, right? All the file and folder name which I want to like create, which I want to require actually inside my project. Now here inside this template.py, I kept everything inside this list, right? So this is what this is representing. This is representing a complete path of the file. So let's look into this particular path. So over here, if you will look into this path, so this is my folder name. Inside this folder, we have one more folder, components, and inside this component, we have a file. The file name is modeltrainer.py. Getting? Are you getting my point? So wherever you find out the extension actually, so let's say this is the file, this is a file name, and here this extension. So by like seeing the extension, by seeing this particular extension, you can understand this file is belong to which one, right? So this file is belong to the Python. But if I'm writing down over here this py, this file is a Python file, right? Now if here let's say if I'm going to write down C, so this is what, this is a C file. Now let's say if I'm going to write down .txt, so this is what, this is a txt file, right? Means text file. So by seeing this extension, we can understand this file is belong to which domain. So I hope this thing is clear to all of you. This is just a representing a file path. Now after that, I have written a code, couple of line basically. So this is what, this is the file which I am getting over here. This is a complete file path actually which I am getting. Now I'm giving to this path, so it is making a path to the system compatible. I shown you the example. I don't know why it was not working here, but yeah, it will be working if you will check with your system, in the local system or with any system, right? So here it will make a compatible path, a system compatible path. I will get the path over here. Then I will just split and I will find out two things from here, from this line. So first I will find out the file directory, right? And I am going to create my directory, right? Then once the directory will be there, directory means what? Directory means folder, right? Once the directory is going to be there, then I am going to write it down one more condition. Now here the condition is what? If not, so first just forget about this not, right? Let me clear and the thing will be more clear. So here I am saying os.path.exist file path. If it already exists, then why I need to create it? If it doesn't exist, then only I have to create it, na, right? So here I am saying if not os.path exists, or, so or means I am checking with the size, right? File path is equal to 0. What I am saying that, let's say, have you seen with the folder? Have you seen with the folder? If in the folder you don't have anything, what is the size of the folder? The size of the folder is going to be a 0, right? So same thing I am going to write it down over here. I'm saying that, okay, file path is 0, means still the file is not there, or maybe there is no such content inside the file. In that case also, I am going to create my file inside the folder. That's it, right? A simple logic. Once you will read it, you will be getting that. Now here, let's try to focus on this parts now, right? Let's try to focus on this side. Now here guys, see, the first one, the first folder, this one, .github, actually, here I have created this one more folder, workflows, and inside that we have this .gitkeep, right? So this workflow folder or this .github folder actually I'm using for the deployment, right, or for the continuous integration as well. So this particular folder only, this particular folder here only I'm going to write down the entire configuration for what? For the continuous integration. So let me write it down over here, for the continuous integration and for the continuous deployment, right? Now here we have one more folder. Let me show you that particular folder. So here the folder name is what? The folder name is a experiment. Now inside the experiment I just have a IPNV file, so there only I'm going to do my each and every experiments. Okay, whatever experiment is there, means a small code. Now if I want to run a small code snippet, so instead of running it on the Python kernel, I can directly run inside the IPNV file, right? Now we have this src. Now this is a main folder, right? And here you'll find out that inside the src we have a multiple folder, and it is representing my entire source code. Okay, so it is representing my entire source code, right? Now here guys, inside the src we have one folder, and the folder name is what? The folder name is a component. I told you what is the meaning of the component, right? Let me explain you one more time what is the meaning of the component, because it's going to be a very important. And then I will come to the package creation right after this one. Okay, and then we'll create our PyPy package. We'll create one basic package, right? There I'm going to be use the MongoDB. Okay, I will tell you the use case, and then finally we'll implement this particular project, right? Now over here guys, see, let's understand the concept of the component first. So for that, what I'm going to do, here I'm going to open my screen and yeah, now I think I can change the color. Yep. So guys, see, whenever we are talking about a machine learning, so let me write it down over here. So whenever we are talking about a machine learning, so inside the machine learning, see, we have two types of machine learning, right? The first is called supervise. Inside that you'll find out one supervisor, right? Supervise. And the second is called unsupervised. Inside that you won't be able to find out the target variable based on a matching, right? So the matching data actually we just figure out the cluster actually, and yeah, that is called as unsupervised learning. Now inside the supervised you will find out the target variable. Now we have one more type of learning, that is called semi-supervised learning, right? So semi-supervised learning that is a custom learning actually. I will show you that also. Maybe I can show you inside the project the semi-supervised learning. We have one more type of learning, that is called a reinforcement learning, right? So reinforcement learning also is one of the type of the learning, right? So there we have a agent, environment, rewards and all, right? Penalty. There are many terms, many things. You can go and check. Now if we are talking about the supervised machine learning, right? So here, or unsupervised machine learning, or any type of learning actually. So there you will find out two stages. So the first stage actually, it's called which is called training, right? So first we have to train the model, training. Now the second stage is called a validation, right? Validation. So this validation, you can say the validation, or you can say the testing, right? Testing. You can say the inferencing, anything is fine. Inferencing, right? Inferencing. So this is also the one. Let me write it down over here. Inferencing. So validation is there, testing is there, inferencing is there, anything you can say. Now over here, see, whenever we are talking about the training, so we have a two type of pipeline. So the first pipeline is called training pipeline, right? And here we will be having the validation pipeline also. So let me change a color for this one, or let me take a blue color. So this is also called a pipeline, right? Pipeline. Now guys, see, whenever we are talking about the pipeline, right? So what is the meaning of the first of all, let's try to understand what is the meaning of the training. So we have to train a model, right? So let me write it down over here. What I have to do, tell me, I have to train the model. Now for training a model actually, we will be required a data, right? So here I can write it down, the model training. Now here we will be required a data. So let me write it down over here, the data, right? Data. So this is what? This is my data. Now what I will do, so directly I cannot train my model. Directly I cannot train the model on top of this data, because this data might have a different type of features, numeric, categorical feature and all, or maybe like let's say if I required a transformation regarding a few column, that also I will have to do. I will have to enter the missing value, outlier. So there this feature engineering comes into the picture, right? So feature engineering comes into the picture. Okay, feature engineering. So one module, one file, actually one component is called a feature engineering. One component itself is a model training. There we have a like mathematical equation and all, which I have to train, right, with the best like a parameter, or with the best hyperparameter. And yes, after collecting a data, you can add on one more step over here, that is going to be a data validation, right? Data validation. So if we are going to connect all the steps, right, if we are going to connect all the steps, so this is called my pipeline. And which pipeline, guys, tell me? This is called my training pipeline, right? So first we are gathering a data, then we are doing a feature engineering, then we are doing a model training, right? And then we can perform the model evaluation. So you can add on one more components over here. So this is what, guys, tell me? This is model evaluation. So this is what? This is my training pipeline. This is what? This is my training pipeline. And this each and every box which you can see over here, this individually is called a component, right? This individually is called a component. So I will have to write it down the code for each and every component, right? For the model training, for the model evaluation, for the feature engineering, for the data validation, and for the data ingestion also, right? So this is my training pipeline. Now I will have to design my testing pipeline also, right? And in the testing pipeline, guys, just tell me, so do I require a model training with this particular component? Should I perform the model training or not? Tell me, guys, fast. Do we need to separate folder store model.pcl? Yes, we can do that, right? We can run it. See, it's a robust one. It's a robust file actually, template.py. It's not giving you any sort of error if you are going to add any new component over there and if you are going to run it, right? So you can check it. So you can mention any sort of a file and all, and then you can run it, and automatically it will be creating wherever you want. Okay, fine, guys, tell me. So here you can see this is what? This is the training pipeline. Now if we are doing a prediction, so in that case model training is not required. We just required a model after the training, that particular file, physical file, okay, or model object. That's it, right? So we are talking about a inferencing. So inside that will be required a data, right? So this data actually, this training pipeline inferencing, there can be a two type, right? There can be a two type. There can be a two type of it. The first type, so the first type actually, so the first type is called a single value prediction, right? Single value prediction. And the second type actually, which is called a bulk prediction, right? Bulk prediction. So single value prediction and bulk prediction is there. So here this validation, right? Validation, or you are doing a testing, inferencing. So there might be a two type of testing or two type of prediction, single value prediction or bulk prediction. There you are giving a multiple rows. So data will be required, data transformation will be required, okay, validation also will be required, and then model training is not required, model object will be required, that you can retrieve it if you have saved the model somewhere, right? In a physical format, or maybe you have kept it somewhere in some variable. You can load the model, and then yes, you will get the final result, right? So yes, this is about the training and the validation pipeline, and this individual actually it is called a component. So if you are a beginner, so that's why like I have clarified this thing also, and it will help you a lot to understand the entire process, entire code. Now guys, here just see over here, I have created all the component. Inside that I have a 4 file, right? In each and every file I am going to write down the code, a different code. So inside the ingestion, transformation, model evaluation, and model trainer. Now here guys, you will find out we have a exception. So inside this particular file, inside this exception.py, I'm going to write down all the code related to the exception and all, right? So okay, what happens over here? See, I made some mistake maybe. Test src. Okay, where it is coming inside this component. Inside this component data transformation, it is fine. Then inside the exception, inside this exception where we have exception src, src logger logging.py, src exception exception.py. Okay, now here test, this test should, yeah, here we have a testing actually integration, and utils is there. Just a second. Experiments GitHub. Yeah, rest of the file is fine. Now let me check with the exception. Logger is fine, pipeline is fine, utils is fine, pysrc. I think something happened over here. Just a second. Just a second, guys. Let me check once. Test integration py. Okay, great. Now over here exception dot. Okay, so here I didn't mention it, this py, because of that only this happened. Not an issue. What I can do, see guys, here I didn't mention the exception.py, because of that this exception got like it was the wrong one actually. Let me delete this one exception, and here let me show you the robustness of this particular like a file, template.py file, right? So here let me delete this exception also. Okay, now it is perfect. So everything is fine, everything is perfect. Now let me run it again, and you will find out that it is not giving me any sort of a error if I am going to run it again. So what I can do, I can open the terminal, and here I can run python template.py. Now see, now it is perfect. Exception.py is here inside this inside this src itself. See, we have this logger, pipeline, utils. Okay, inside the utils also we have some mistake. Let me check, because see, if we are going to write down by like manually, so we might have some sort of a mistakes, right, while we are going to write it down. So utils is perfect. Src utils, inside the utils init.py. Okay, so here actually we have a issue. Okay, so we do not required this inside utils. We have this init.py. So what I can do, guys, I can remove it, this particular one, because I didn't mention the comma, and because of that this happened. Just a second. So let me delete this also, and just a second. So now it is perfect, guys. Retry. It is saying that it is not empty one, so it cannot delete. Not an issue. Now everything is fine. So here let me delete it. Yup, now perfect. Okay, utils init, utils, yes guys. So see, now see, this is the robust one, this template.py. As many as time you will run it now, you won't face any sort of error. So like this, this code has been designed, and it is happening because of this exist OK parameter, right? So my entire skeleton is clear. Now let me explain you few more files. So exception is for the exception actually, this one. Logger is for writing the logging, whatever logs we want to capture throughout this process. Now we have a utils, so inside that we are going to write it down all the utility, right? So all the utility, what is the meaning of that? All the utility method. So here I am going to be write it down inside this utils.py. Now you will find out one more folder. Now here, from here, the interesting thing is going to be start. So here inside this test folder actually we have a two folder. So one is for the integration, and the second is for the unit, right? So let me check, do we have did I return for the unit also? Yes, I didn't mention the comma maybe, so because of that it was giving me the issue. Now unit is fine. Yes, so let me do one thing, guys. Let me delete this test also, and if I will run it one more time now, you will find out that, just a second. So let me delete it, and retry, and now it is fine. Okay, we have a file actually, just a second. If you are going to delete a folder now, it won't delete until we are not going to delete the file basically which you are having inside the folder. If the folder is empty, you can delete it, but if the folder is not empty, you cannot delete it, right? So here what I can do, I can delete this also, and I have missed like several commas and all, because of that it was giving me issue. Now it is perfect. So test, inside that unit testing and integration testing, this two testing we have, right? Now we have this init a setup dot sh, means we can initialize the setup by using this particular file, and then we have this py project 2ml toml, it's called toml file, right? Now we have the required node txt setup.config file. I will explain you what is the meaning of that. Here we have the setup.py file. This is the setup.py file, right? I will explain you what is the meaning of that. And we have the talks.ini, right? Talks.ini. So this file actually we use for the testing. If we want to test our project, if we want to like test a different test cases in our local development environment. For that only we have this talks.ini. We just need to write down some sort of a configuration there, and yes, we can test our code, we can test our project in our local development environment. Okay, so I hope till here everything is fine, everything is clear. Now let me give you the correct skeleton. Let me push it to my GitHub. Here what I can do, I can write it down git add dot, and here I can write it down git commit -m structure stru updated. Okay, now what I can do, guys, now I can write it down git push -f origin main. Now here you will find out the updated structure, this one. Tell me, guys, did you get it? Did you get this particular structure? Did you get like this project structure? Just give me a quick yes or no inside in the chat, so that I can proceed with the further thing. Because this is the first stage where I have created my structure successfully. Now from here the second stage is going to be start. Step by step we'll try to do each and everything, and believe me, guys, after this 2 week, right, you will be pro in MLOps, right? If you are getting any new tool, or if you are getting any sort of a project or any type of architecture, easily you can understand that. It's my guarantee to all of you. We are going to train the model in a local itself. We don't have that much of data. I will introduce the problem statement also, which problem statement we are going to solve. We are going to training the model inside the local only. If the cloud will be required, then definitely I will let you know. We can set up the cloud. We can use the Google Colab, or we can use any other cloud service. So AWS, Azure, or maybe Paperspace, or we have lots of like a platform. There we can directly purchase the GPU and we can train the model. Got it? I think it is fine to all of you. Now many people are getting it. So how's the session so far? Tell me, did you like the session? Please hit the like button if you like the session so far, guys. Tell me fast. You can tell me in the chat, you can hit the like button, so that I will get some sort of idea that you are understanding or not. At least like tell me this much, how much you understand, and what all thing you are not getting. Yes, super up, good, great, fine, thank you, liked it. Yes, Kumar, I am coming to that. I am coming to the toml file and all. Everything we'll try to discuss. If I've written over here, if I've created it, definitely I'm going to explain. I won't leave it like this, right? So just wait for some time. So like you told about the MLOps competition, any competition for the generative AI? Generative AI competition, yeah, definitely. So, okay, we'll talk about it. Generative AI related competition and all, where you can specifically solve those particular challenges. See, what is the generative AI? If you will go and check with my challenge, so there we are going to solve NLP use cases, na? So wherever you find out the NLP use case, which you can solve by using a OpenAI model or this Gemini model, right, or any other open source model, you can. That is a like generative AI related use cases of project, or you will find out the different competition also. So yes, if you want like a specific website and all, the name of the website, name of the platform where you can enroll or where you can contribute in a generative AI related project or competition, so definitely I will let you know that. Okay, don't worry. Great. So our project structure ready. Now let's start with the second phase. So guys, here my idea to teach you about the PyPy package, right? So today I'm not going to start with the coding, the main coding. Tomorrow I will do that. But here let me explain you the idea, and finally we are going to start with the project and coding. So here now let me tell you the flow of the thing which we are going to do, because here the project structure ready. I just need to keep the code. I just need to keep the thing inside my project, inside my folder, inside my files and folder. That's it, right? But before that, before coming to the main project, there are so many things which I need to discuss in between, right? So here let me discuss each and everything over here. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to share my board, and there I will tell you. Now see guys, first I have explained you the introduction part. Alright, introduction part. After the introduction, I created a complete structure of the project. Now here actually I have included one more thing in between. We are going to create a one package, right? So we are going to create one Python package. So here we are going to create one Python package, right? So here guys, what we are going to do, tell me. We are going to create one Python package. Now here in the Python package, what I will do, I will create one Python package and I will deploy it, or I will upload it to my PyPy repository, right? So with this particular from here actually, this like a CI concept will be clear to all of you. What is the meaning of CI? Because here I am going to use the GitHub action, okay. I am going to use the GitHub action, and I am going to use the GitHub page also, right? So I will show you that how you can deploy your application, how you can get the endpoint URL by using the GitHub page, right? So this two things. So first I will like talk about the GitHub action, right? And then we'll talk about the GitHub page, and we'll try to deploy our Python package to the PyPy. Now which package we are going to create, right? Which package we are going to create? So over here, okay, how many of you know about the MongoDB? Tell me guys, fast. How many of you know about the MongoDB? Tell me fast. Do you have any idea about the MongoDB? Because in this particular project we are going to use this MongoDB database. So database wise, I am going to use the MongoDB. Tell me, do you have any idea about the MongoDB? Yes or no? Yes, you know, right? So here this MongoDB is nothing, it's a NoSQL based database. So what I'm thinking, so here I'm just going to be here I just want to be show you the basics of the Python package and all. So and how to like deploy it, or how to push it to the PyPy package. So directly I'm not going to write it down any sort of a code. Directly I'm not going to write down any sort of a code for the MongoDB in our main project. What I will do, I will create one Python package, right? And I will deploy it to the PyPy, and then I will install this particular package in my environment, and directly I will import all the thing which is required for the MongoDB, right? So by using this, by taking this particular approach, your package concept will be clear, and there I'll be talking about few more concepts like this GitHub action, right? And this GitHub page also, right? And there itself, so during this particular process, I'm going to be explain you few files. The first file is going to be setup.py file. Then one more file will come into the picture. That's going to be a setup.cgf, right? Configuration. Now here one more file will come into the picture, that is called pyproject.toml, right? Then one more file will come into the picture over here, a setup.config pyproject and talks.ini, right? So throughout this particular process, throughout this packaging, actually your entire thing will be clear. So if you want to serve, right, if you want to serve your Python code, or if you want to serve your ML code as a package, right? So yes, after this particular thing you can do that, right? After learning these many of things, and your package related idea will be clear, right? Now this thing I am going to do in my tomorrow session. So day 3 it will be dedicated for this only. So at day 3 I am going to perform this packaging related thing, and it's very easy. I will show you that within a session. We'll try to complete it, right? Now once the Python package will be created, right after that what I will do, I will be explaining you the basics of the Linux, right? Linux in the next session, and I will be talking about the Git, basics of the Git and Docker also, right? So day 3 will be for the package, and day 5 for the Linux, basics of the Linux, Git and Docker. And then what I am going to do, so then basically we are going to day 4 and 5 for dedicated will be this one. And after that what we are going to do, finally we are going to start with the project, right? So your basics will be clear, means your Linux, Git, Docker, package related issues, CI/CD, Git and GitHub, right? Action, everything will be clarified, and then finally we can move to the project. There we can write down the core code for the machine learning, for the ML. Okay, I hope this thing is clear to all of you. Now the flow is clear to all of you. Tell me guys, is it clear? Yes or no? Yes or no? I hope it is clear. This package wise and all, everything is perfectly fine. Great. In this current pipeline, can we direct ingest the data from the database by Azure API? Yes, Saurabh, we can do that, right? We can do that. We can ingest the data from the Azure API also. We just have to write down the, we just have to create a folder over there that's specific, okay, inside the like a data ingestion, inside the component itself, the one folder data ingestion, and there you can write down the code regarding that also. Will you use Jenkins or Circle CI? Yes, we can use the Jenkins and Circle CI also. I will give you the walkthrough of the tools, because everything is not possible to teach you within a 2 week, right? That's why we are designing a course and all. There we are giving you the information regarding each and everything. Means there we are going to teach you everything, right? Because in the community session we can just pick up one tool and we can explore that. It is not possible to teach everything over here. So yeah, I picked up this GitHub action. But don't worry, I will give you the walkthrough of the Jenkins and the Circle CI also. Okay. For any project, we are going to use the same structure. Yes, we can use the same structure for any sort of a project. So this is going to be a template. You can say it's it's a boilerplate or template, anything you can say. Okay. Yes, you can put this end-to-end project inside your resume also. This is also fine. Now guys, here let me do one thing. Let me show you that how you can make it, how you can use this particular GitHub actually as a template, right? It is also called a template. It is also called a boilerplate, right? Anything is fine. Any name you can any name you can give to this particular repository, right? So what I can do here, let me share the system now again. So this is my repository. Now over here guys, see inside this repository, so see this one, there is one option, setting option. You can see right hand side. Okay, just look into the right hand side, upper right hand side. So here you will get the option of the setting, right? So you just need to click on this setting, right? So once you will click on this setting, right, so there you will find the option. So do you want to make it as a template repository? So here it is asking to you that do you want to make it as a template repository? So once you will check this one, right? Once you will check this one, once you will click on this, right? So once you will check this one, so you can make this repository as a template repository, and anytime you can use. So whatever project you are going to be create, inside the project you can use the same architecture, and it can be a little here and there, so that so there you can make a changes inside the template.py, and you can create a structure. That's it, right? Now over here, guys, what I'm going to do, so let me show you one more thing. I would like to show you one more thing. Just open the GitHub, right? Just open the GitHub, and here just go with the your repository, right? So after that, just click on the new and create a new repository, right? Create a new repository. So this is the page for creating a new repository, right? I'm just giving you the nitty-gritty detail of the GitHub because it is required if you are doing a development, and like this only people are working in a real time. No one is going to create a file and folder again and again. We just have automated process for that, right? So here you can see we have a create new repository. So you will find out one option, import a new repository, right? So there you will find out the option import a repository. So just click on that, right? Just click on that, and here, guys, what you can do, so you can pass the URL, right? Let me do one thing. See, from whatever repository, right? From whatever repository you want to create your repository, your new repository, it is also possible, right? It is also possible. Now what I can do, let me show you that. So let's say this is my repository which I have created in front of you, right? Which I have created in front of you. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on this code, and from here I'm going to take this URL, right? Now what I will do after that, I'm going to push, I'm going to keep it over here, this particular URL, and now I can give my name, any sort of a name, right, to this particular repository. So here I'm saying my template repo, right? So this is what here I'm given the name, my template repo, any name you can provide. So here I'm here I'm showing you how you can import others repository, how you can create your own repository by using the others repository, right? So now here is what my template repo. Now you can keep it public, private, it's up to you. Now begin import. So you can see it is like importing the entire repository. See this one, and then what I will do, I will make it as a template, this one, okay? So this repository I can make it as a template, and yes, it is done. Now you can check by clicking on this one, okay? So see, you are getting, see, this is what, this is my template repository which I imported from my previous repository. You can import any sort of a repository, any, just check with that. Now this repository I'm going to make it as a template. So here just go and check with the setting and just tick mark on it, and yeah, this is done now. Now if you will check with your code, so here yes, you can see, so this is now your template repository because you ticked mark this one, right? You ticked mark it. Now if you want to check it that where it will be visible, where it will be available for me, right? Now let me show you. So let's say you want to create a project, you already created a template, means till here everything is fine, everything is done. This is your boilerplate, this is your template, right? So where it is, this one, this one, right? So my template repo, right? So here, guys, this is what, this is your boilerplate, this is your template. Now what, here you just created one repository, now you want to use it, this particular structure or this particular architecture in every project, everywhere, right? So just after doing some sort of a changes here and there, which you can do inside the template.py. Now what you will do, so here let's say you visited your GitHub. Now here what you will do, you will check with your my repository, right? This one, your repository, and now here what you will do, you are going to click on this new repository because you want to create a new repository. Just click on this one, no template, this one. So see, here you will find out all the templates, whatever repository you made it, you selected as a template, here you are getting, right? So this is the name, this one, this is the name basically, my template repo. You can select this repository and your work will be done. No need to create any sort of a repository, no need to import it from anywhere. You have created your own template and you can use it for every project, right? So I hope this thing is clear. You can select it, you can type a repository name, any sort of a name, you can include the branch, and finally you can create a repository, public or private, it's up to you, right? So I shown you that how to use the same architecture as a boilerplate, how to use the same architecture in all the project, right? You can create a repository and then you can clone it and your work will be done, right? I hope this is fine to all of you. Now one more thing is there which I would show you in my next class. so related to the GitHub action, GitHub page, right? And here there is one more thing, which is a project actually. So you can create a new project and you can maintain your entire project over here itself. You can create a new issues and all, right? And you can maintain your entire project. This is the project basically which we are going to create now here itself inside the GitHub only. So that thing I will show you in the next class. Got it? Okay, so how the session is going on? Guys, tell me, did you understand everything? Did you learn whatever I have explained you, whatever I have shown you? If you have any doubt, anything, you can ask me related to any sort of a thing, right? So yeah, tell me guys. Okay, great. So yeah, if you are liking the session, then please hit the like button. If yeah, if you are finding it's a useful, right? So you can share with your friends and all, whoever is required this basic foundation regarding this development and all. Because I'm going to start, I've started everything from scratch. I can directly like create this file and folder. I can start the coding, but no, I took like first I explained you the introduction, then I created about the I talked about the like this folders and files, right? Or different templates, or this GitHub template, project managing and all. Okay, and I explain you about the entire flow. So everything we are going to cover from the scratch itself. And tomorrow, yes, we are going to write it on our first code, and we are going to create our package, and then finally we'll move to the project section. Great, fine. So I think now it's already 5 o'clock, so we can conclude the session. And I hope I have given you the entire code and all. So not a code, basically entire files and folder which I have created in my system, okay, in my NeuroLab. Here is my GitHub link. You can check inside your chat. Already I have pasted. And please do practice. Please understand about this files and folder, whatever I did, whatever I've created. So this is the actual repository, first project, right? So inside this repository, we are going to keep our entire code, okay, whatever code we are going to be write it down, and every tool will try to integrate here itself. You'll find out here itself, right? And we are going to write down the test cases and all, everything I've written, and we'll try to understand like a different concept, right? Okay, fine. So I think yeah, we can conclude this session. So thank you guys, thank you for joining the session. And if you're liking it, then please hit the like button. And if you have any doubt, you can ask in a doubt, you can write it on the comment section. You can directly ping me on my LinkedIn, so you can DM me, okay? So whenever I'm going to open my LinkedIn, definitely I will check with the doubts. If it's a if it's a feasible, then definitely I will reply to you, okay? And yeah, so thank you, bye bye, take care, and don't forget to join tomorrow's session. It's going to be very important, where you will learn the basics of the Python packaging and all, and which is going to be very important for your upcoming classes. So thank you, bye bye, take care guys, have a great day ahead. Thank you.